Hello guys, welcome back to Project Invest. Let's get into it. We made some changes in our portfolio. We got rid of stocks that weren't really performing. We sold out 7 of them. The 7 being American Express, Wells Fargo's, Royal Caribbean, the cruise line, MGM, Raytheon Technologies, the guys behind the Patriot missiles, Delta Airline, American Airlines. These were all part of last year's play on the recovery stocks, but given how I don't think we're going back to life as we know it pre-pandemic, we exited all these positions. Now that we got cash on hand, cash is trash, so it's time to spend.
But before we start spending, please subscribe to our channel, help us like the video, and your help would be much appreciated.
We bought 500 shares at $27.13. We were so confident that we bought another 100 at $31.01 of Virgin Galactic. The ticker symbol is SPCE. So I personally heard of Virgin Galactic before, but I wasn't all that interested until Shamat got involved. He's responsible for taking Virgin Galactic public with one of his SPACs. SPAC stands for Special Purpose Acquisition Company, which essentially is a blank check shell company designed to take companies public without going through the really troublesome and cumbersome traditional IPO process. His SPACs all trade at a premium. So I've been following Shamat for some time now. I wasn't a believer, but he's winning me over. Sometimes you just gotta bet on the man, and in this case, and that is the case with Shamat. There's people saying he's Berkshire 2.0, everything he touches turns into gold, so I'm definitely hopping on his bandwagon. This is his take on Virgin Galactic's business.
I think this is one of the safest and most interesting investments that I've ever made. In fact, I felt so confident after doing the diligence that I decided to invest in an additional $100 million of my own money. And the question is why? And well, what I saw was a hardware business, and you can see some of the hardware behind me, but with margins that look like a software business. So gross margins approaching 70%, EBITDA margins approaching 50%. It's a kind of a business that's very rare and unique, very difficult to build, not a lot of competition, incredible amounts of demand, very constrained supply, huge margins. So I don't think it's a moonshot at all. In fact, I think this is one of the most interesting, value-laden investments that I've seen in a long time.
ARK is also joining the bandwagon with their new space ETF called ARKX. Space is the new frontier, and Virgin Galactic is in a perfect position to take advantage. Do they have any competition? Yes. You have SpaceX, you have Blue Origin. SpaceX isn't a direct competitor since they mainly focus on government contracts. Jeff Bezos is the most direct, because they also plan on doing space tourism. The approach is very different. So Blue Origin uses rockets, whereas Virgin Galactic uses a 2-stage approach. You have the more conventional airplane takeoff. They use a 4-turbine engine dual fuselage catamaran, which they call White Knight 2, carrying the payload Spaceship 2. The White Knight reaches an altitude of 50,000 meters, at which point Spaceship 2 detaches and ignites the hybrid rocket motor, reaching 3 times the speed of sound. On its way back down to Earth, the aircraft turns into a feather position. The ability is unique to Virgin Galactic, using aerodynamics to slow and descend back down to Earth. This approach allows for it to use existing infrastructure that conventional airplanes use. I'm not sure how profitable space tourism will be, as not everyone can splash out $250,000 for a seat to space. So long-term profitability will most likely come from point-to-point travel, as there's enough demand and capacity in that industry. Time is money for the world's elite. One of the major reasons why supersonic travel doesn't exist now, with the best example being Concorde, is that residents don't like thunderclap noises every time the aircraft enters supersonic speeds. It was actually loud enough that some cities even banned it altogether. Blue Origin rockets aren't the most optimal solution either because of the noise and vibrations created on launch, which results in them having to be placed really far away from the city center. The Virgin Galactic 2-stage approach solves these problems with the idea that rocket vibrations and sonic boom can be mitigated in higher altitude, so you don't annoy the people on the ground while gaining the benefits of supersonic speeds of rockets. We're very early, boys and girls. If you want to compare it to Tesla's timeline, we're probably at Tesla's first product, the Roadster, where they were charging a hefty premium to help fund their mass market products. The Virgin Galactic fleet will need to expand, as well as the aircraft itself, needing to accommodate a higher passenger payload to reach economy of scale, so where everyone can afford it. So this is the major reasons we're very bullish on Virgin Galactic, because I think they would change point-to-point travel. On a side note, shout out to Wall Street Bets. We're on that BB rocket to the moon.